been here for 18 years.
Something like 30 years ago.
Girls are wonderful here.
Of course, the girls also.
I have a Filipino partner.
Sometimes you got to be careful.
I think it has got very expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten more expensive.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Mark.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hotel California.
Okay, so California. What
Yeah.
brings you down here to I was gonna say the US. What brings you down here to the Philippines?
The girls, of course. No, I mean the food. I mean no.
the weather, right?
The weather.
That's the one, okay.
Yeah, the weather.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I love the islands. They're beautiful. Beaches, mountains, caves.
Everything, right?
Yeah, fun to explore.
How long have you been here?
A couple months for this trip.
Yeah.
2 months.
Any dislikes so far? Something like be better maybe or improved?
Well, actually, we're here in IT Park right now,
Yep.
which has the best food, like all around.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's kind of hard to find good food.
Like good local Filipino food?
Yeah, you know, just as a foreigner, it's a little hard. Sometimes you got to be careful. Street food's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
So,
Is this your first time to the Philippines?
No, I've been before.
Do you remember your first time? What year or circa what
Yeah,
time?
it was just before pandemic.
Okay. Even in the past 5 years, would you say it's gotten a bit more expensive here or anything about?
Yeah, it's definitely gotten more expensive in Cebu City. I think things are bumping up. Things are gradually coming up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still think it's worth people coming here to retire or, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, compared to America or Canada,
Yeah.
Europe, it's much less expensive. Compared to other areas in Asia, it's not necessarily a lot less expensive.
Yep.
So if you're already in Asia,
Why
probably
not?
not a big reason to come here. But you know, people speak English, very English friendly.
Yeah.
So
Have you been to any other Asian countries?
yeah, a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Thailand, Japan. Yeah.
So English is the prominent reason and the weather and the
Yeah.
beautiful people. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand. Any advice for someone that's never been here before? What would you tell them?
Well, just be careful of food, and I don't know.
Common sense stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just pay attention. I've never had any problems actually. So
What about dating? Are you single or a relationship?
yeah, I'm single. Girls are wonderful here. I mean, the people in general are wonderful here. Very hospitable. But you know, some areas you need to be a little bit more careful. There's also a lot of scammers. So
Okay. Like online, you mean, or?
online or just in person, it doesn't matter. Manila, Cebu, you got to stay on your toes.
Do you think that's because there's more foreigners here, or is there a specific reason?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it's gotten worse over the years. Like more scammers. I think times got really tight during COVID,
Yeah.
and people got desperate, and that was their only means. So,
Got you. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for your time, and I
course.
appreciate it. Thank
Okay.
you. Hi, what's your name?
Andy Yule,
And where are you from?
Scotland.
What brings you down here to the Philippines?
I have a Filipino partner.
Okay.
I met her 18 years ago in the UK. And the weather in Scotland and the weather in the Philippines sort of made it easy to decide where we were staying.
I know, right? So I guess you like the heat.
Yeah,
Okay. And is this your first time to the Philippines?
no, I've been here for 18 years.
You've been here for 18 years. Wow. Okay. So what has changed the most since you first came here till now?
I think actually the improvements they've been making slow, not fast but slow. They've made improvements all over, from roadworks to the culture, to the varieties, food, just the amenities now they've really changed a lot, and it feels actually a lot safer now for Europeans as myself.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Now, so 18 years. Do you think the Philippines getting too expensive now?
I think it has got very expensive now. On products, on food, I think it's still cheap.
Yeah.
But on products, I think it's gone very expensive.
Like electronics and things.
Electronics have always been expensive. Always been expensive.
Yeah. And do you live in the city or the province?
I live in Lapu-Lapu.
Okay, so have you ever lived in the province before?
No.
Okay.
Just Lapu-Lapu.
Just Lapu-Lapu, okay. What advice do you have for someone that's never been to the Philippines?
Take your time and get to know the culture, and explore.
Yeah.
It's a lovely country. The people are really nice. but everything tends to be too quick.
Yeah.
So for anybody coming over, take your time and get to know it and see if it's for you.
Yeah.
It's not always for you.
Okay. What is a mistake that you see commonly between foreigners? You've been here 18 years. Something that most men that come here mainly.
They jump into everything too fast.
Yeah.
They put the money everywhere first,
Mm-hmm.
and they lose their money.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's a very sad thing to do.
And now you're lucky to have met your wife 18 years ago in the UK. A lot of guys come here for that specific reason to find
Yeah.
a traditional woman. But I think there's been some hit or miss. Do you have any recommendations of where men should start meeting women?
I don't know. The world's a difficult place now. There's
Yeah.
everything's to meet women online and everything. I there is enough places in Cebu to meet girls.
Yeah.
But as I said, you have to just take your time and every man knows if it's right for him, if it's
Yeah.
for him, if it's not for him. So you have to just go along with your heart a wee bit.
Got it. Now, do you think you'll go back ever, or do you think it's your home now?
Well, it's my home now. I've got a house here, and we've got kids. My wife's got kids from our first marriage, and we've got grandchildren here now. So
Wow. Excellent. Okay, you're a very interesting man. I keep wanting to ask you questions, so
well, I work around the world, so
Yeah.
I work on ships for 4 months and come home for 2 months at a time.
see. Is there something you still quite haven't adjusted to in the Philippines?
Waiting. My wife is always late, and she already knows I'm in a bad mood at her because
When you have to wait, right?
she's working today. So I'm now in a bad. I've been waiting 45 minutes, and she knows I'm not in a good mood.
So I guess Filipino time is real.
She doesn't understand timekeeping, whereas I'm very particular about timekeeping. She's never learned that.
After 18 years, I think you have to give up on that, I guess.
Well, my first wife in Scotland was the same.
Okay, I guess we'll just get used to it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Johan.
And where are you from?
I'm from Sweden.
What brings you down here to the Philippines?
People and the climate.
How long have you been here now?
This time I arrived yesterday.
Oh, you're
The
fresh.
night actually, so just a couple of hours.
Okay. And when was the first time you came to the Philippines?
Wow. Something like 30 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, been here at least once a year.
Yeah.
I love this country.
So the people, the weather, any other things that you like about the Philippines?
The climate, the tradition and the culture, everything. It's nice. Of course the girls also.
I was going to ask about the girls next. Okay. Are you married, divorced? What's your
I
relationship?
have a girlfriend.
Okay. Is she Filipina?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together now?
It's 2 years now.
Okay, a long time too.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it that makes Filipinas special? Why do guys come here to meet these women?
Wow. I think they are humble, they are trustable, they are so kind.
Yeah.
And I like the thing they're caring about the family, they're caring about the people are near them.
Yeah.
I really like that. Not the
sure.
same thing in Sweden.
Okay. Do you see yourself ever retiring in the Philippines, or do you-
Yeah. I am. I'm becoming 66, so this trip is just to go around and see where we should stay.
kind of scoping out the areas that you
Yeah.
might consider?
I have an apartment up in Bogo, but that is just the base. But we go around. I think maybe Naga City. I'm curious. I've never been there.
Okay,
Go
Naga
there,
City,
take a
I've
look.
heard of it, right? It's in Cebu still, right?
It's. I think it's about maybe 1 hour south
Not
of
bad.
Cebu. I'm a little bit curious. I want to live near a city because I'm old. I need hospitals and security, but I don't want to live in the city.
Have you ever visited any hospitals here?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I was gonna ask about the healthcare, maybe if you had any idea, but you haven't.
I will, when I move here, I will have a healthcare insurance
That's good.
because I understand it can be very expensive if you get a heart attack or something like that. So
Yeah,
I want to be secured.
definitely. So a lot of good things about the Philippines. Any downsides or dislikes? Some things that can be better for you, maybe?
Traffic in some place is horrible, but
Yeah.
you know, there are no place in the earth that everything is good. You have to
course.
take and give. That's the way it is. But traffic. There are some scammers, but you know, if you've been here a while, you're learning how to behave. You're learning what to do and not to do.
Yeah.
So this is heaven for me. This is perfect.
I'm happy to hear that. So what is the biggest difference from 30 years ago until now? Like, aside from the buildings, have you noticed like a change in anything else?
The living standard. I think 30 years ago, for example, in the traffic, I just talked with the cab driver who were here. You see in the streets, almost every car is new, it's luxury cars, it's good cars. But 30 years ago, there was junk. It was really old, bad cars. Now there are new motorcycles. I don't know why. I think the standard is going up, but I also think leasing and easy to lend money from the bank, things like that.
Okay. Makes sense. Speaking of standards going up and money, do you think the Philippines is getting too expensive?
During this year, it's been very raising.
You can see the difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Sweden? Of course, inflation happens there as well, right? So I guess you still would you
it's still very comfortable. It's still very valuable for me to be here. My money is worth a lot here,
Yeah.
and I don't have any high pension, so for me it's going to be perfect to be here.
Yeah, excellent. And lastly, any advice for someone that's never been to the Philippines and they want to come here? What would you tell them?
I'm just laughing because I've seen so many vloggers, but
Yeah.
I also have many friends coming here. I also take many friends here. Experience things.
Yeah.
Don't jump on the first go. Go around, get to know people, get to know the surroundings.
Yeah.
Then you get a good time here.
Like, don't commit too soon, I guess. Just,
No, and don't have these high expectations when you come here. Come here and see for yourself.
for yourself, yeah.
And then build up your mind if you like it or not like it. Come here for a holiday and see.
Yeah.
People come here and think, wow, this is heaven. I can have so many girls that I want. You can, but hello.
Yeah.
You want one with quality also.
Of course. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of their experiences and their thoughts about expensiveness in the Philippines. Now, inflation is happening everywhere around the world, and this was actually one of my favorite videos to make because all three of them had really insightful, thoughtful responses, and I like how I kind of like broke down their barriers. Initially, they all seemed a little bit, I want to say shy, but closed off. But by the end, they were really opening up, telling me everything that I need to know about inflation, cost of living. Now, of course, nowhere is cheap anymore. I think everything's going up, and Philippines is one of those countries, especially developing, and just, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on in the Philippines. So it's going to affect the cost of things, it's going to affect the prices of things. But I want to bring this video because I want you to know that they still think it's a great place to retire. So let me know what you think about the Philippines, if it's getting expensive, if you've been here, what are the biggest changes you've seen, anything you want to share. If you take the time to write it, I'll take the time to respond. And that's it for this one. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.